I don't think people realize how much the words they use about themselves slowly become their identity. And I wanted to talk about that in this video because we need to fix this and we need to get over the bad talking of ourselves. And let me tell you why. After I introduce myself. Hello everyone, my name is Branson. I'm an actor, singer, dancer, songwriter, influencer, everything else in between. And I truly wanted to make this video because over these last few months, I've been doing a lot of self-reflecting. I have been just having a lot of chats with myself and other people, and just I'm much more aware of environments that I'm in, and even when I'm in public listening to people. And even today, I caught myself doing this. So I was chatting with a friend, and we were just talking about things, catching up on life. We haven't talked in a few weeks and months and whatever. So we were just chatting, and I was like, yeah, like, I'm really trying this whole, I'm really just doing a lot of my acting stuff, and I'm trying to do this and do that. And, I guess I'm delusional because I'm trying to really do all this. And my friend was like, pause. Don't say delusional because you're doing all of this. Say dedicated. And I was like, you're so right. You're so right. And then that just changed my whole perspective because for a while when I've been explaining things to other people, I've been saying, oh, I know this seems crazy that I've been doing all this and maybe a lot of it's not paying off or getting the benefit of what I wanted to do right now. And I've been saying words like delusional or this or that. But once my friend truly said, no, it's not delusional, it's dedication. And I was like, boom, that just changed my whole perspective. And that was just one little slip up moment. But over these last few months, I have been changing my mindset in a lot of ways. And I saw something, I don't know if it was on a YouTube channel or an audiobook, because I get so much information now. I need to start citing where so I can tell you guys where I get the information from, okay? I'll try to start doing that. But and it was someone saying, stop talking to yourself like you're like stop talking down on yourself and talk to yourself more like a friend. Because when it comes to people and it comes to negative Nancy's and people around you in your circle, you don't want someone that always just gives the most negative output towards you or the most worst reaction at any slightest thing you do. So if you're trying to get better at something, or if you're trying to improve, or just have more self improvement, self growth, help just anything that you're trying to do in your life that is in a positive light, but maybe you have a slip up, or maybe something goes wrong, or something is not fully what you wanted it to be, don't down talk yourself and just say, oh, well, what's going on? Why can't I do this? Or why is it so hard for this to go on? Or I'm just so dumb. No, because when you start talking to yourself like that, you're going to truly believe those things that you're saying. So if you're calling yourself dumb, if you're calling yourself, if you're saying that you can't do certain things, you're going to start to believe that. And in the last few months, I've been talking to myself more like a friend, and how I would help a friend in a moment of need, or help a friend in a moment of struggle, or a happy moment, a happy vibe. Because I feel like even when we have our best moments and we have our great ideas, our great times, our successful parts of life. And then it can be really easy to just brush over that. But then when we have our downfalls, or we have a bad moment, or we fell at something, we can harp on that for the longest time. And it doesn't need to be like that. We don't need to elongate the struggle times, and then when we have a success or a good moment, be like, oh, okay, well, that was good. What's next? Because whenever we have those moments, we should celebrate, and we should cherish, and we should love those moments. Like 2 months ago, when I was on a film set, that was my first time ever flying out and being in a whole different city on a film set, and I was just cherishing every moment of it, because I was like, I don't know when the next time I'm gonna be on a set is, and this is my first time ever doing this. This is amazing. I'm so glad that I've been doing all this acting and submitting auditions and stuff to finally be here. And I was cherishing that moment truly, and it really just, I got to soak in the moment for a few days actually. But it's just, when you have a good moment, you truly need to soak in it, because the way that our brains work, and the way that it's just so easy to harp on the bad, and it's so easy to get triggered as soon as someone says their output about your life, or what's inside of your head. That is why you need to combat that first person in your brain first, before you even try to tackle all the outside factors. Because when you're telling yourself these things in your mind, and you have all of these bad discussions and conversations with yourself, it really stunts what could be so growthful. Did that make sense in a sentence? We're gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes, that made sense. But truly though, when you're in a state of your mind and you're just constantly saying the negative, constantly saying the bad, that really truly physical puts a physical barrier in real life about what you can't do. It puts a mental and physical barrier because you physically can't do the thing that you need to do. But once you say, pause, okay, I can do this. And then you think about the past things that you've overcame. Think about the things that you've done. Think about how you got to where you are now. And I know you may be thinking, well, right now it's just, no, I get it. I get it. A lot is going on every single day. You know, life be lifing. Life is lifing, okay? But when you think about the good and when you think about where you are and when you think about the past things that you've overcame and you really start to tell yourself, wait, I am T. I am amazing. I am strong. I am a great person. And I want you to say it for things you don't believe right now. Maybe you don't believe you're strong. Maybe you don't believe that you are, I don't know, business savvy. That was just the first thing that came to my head. But if there's somewhere where you want to go or a state of mind that you want to be in, right? Okay, anyways, I was about to go on a song. Anyways, right now I'm in a state of mind I want to be in like all the time. Okay, anyways, I just have to say it, guys. I just have to say it. The real ones get where that's from. Period. Anyways, but so yeah, if you want to be in a state of mind that you just have to really start saying the things now. And I was watching a video yesterday, and someone was saying, yes, once you start to actually say the things that you don't believe, and you just say them every day, and you say them, and you're going to start to train your mind to believe those things. Because if you say words and affirmations that you already know you are, then it kind of means like not as much. Like it means like, okay, yeah. But when you say the things you don't believe in, yeah, it's gonna be hard. You're gonna feel like a fraud. But the truth is, you're going to start believing those things. You're going to start acting like those things. You're going to be those things, okay? Because now I've been posting on YouTube every single day. I don't know what day this is. We're almost at 100 though. I'm not at 100 yet. We're in the late 80s, I think. If you go on my channel right now, I'm in the late 80s of YouTube posting. And day 1, I felt like a fraud. Day 2, I felt like a fraud. Day 3, I felt like a fraud. And those first week's videos, I don't know, this is like oh my God, I talk so fast. I'm so sorry. I'm catching myself when I realize I talk fast. I have to slow down, breathe, just keep breathing and breathing. And okay. Rants and stop. Anyways, but yeah, now I'm just now finally feeling comfortable in front of the camera. I think it maybe hit me like this last week or maybe a week and a half ago. Some videos I still feel crazy, but most videos nowadays that I do, I feel more in tune and I feel more in touch and I feel more normal. Because those first videos, I felt like a fraud. I felt like nobody wants to hear me talk. Why do I say these certain words all the time? I talk like this or I do that. And what is good is doing that to yourself. But then when I start saying, okay, you've been showing up for yourself. You've been posting consistently. T, you're getting better at your speaking, your public speaking. You're practicing in front of the camera daily. T, so when these future TV shows, movies, when these futures, when I have to go on those press tours, baby, y'all gonna be sick of me because I will be trained. I'm training myself right now, okay? But y'all, like, listen, I'm an actor, okay? I am an actor, by the way, if you don't know. Well, I said it in the beginning of this video. I have dreams and aspirations that I will make reality. Boom. Period. Anyways, but yeah, I felt like fraud. I felt like fraud. I felt like a fraud in these beginning videos. But now in day 80 something, we're feeling normal, we're feeling real, and we're still showing up. And I want you guys to do the same for yourselves. Show up for yourself. Get rid of those negative voices in your head and really start to find the positive in the situations. And I know, like I keep saying, I know it's going to be a struggle at first, but you can do it because you know why? You got this and look where you've came. Ooh, I'm getting all up in your grill, my bad. But yeah, you can do this. This is coming from somebody who is just going through life, going through the motions as you all as well. And there are so many people in this world that just talk so badly of themselves. I was at the store and I heard this lady talking to her, I don't know if it was her daughter or granddaughter or niece, and she was like, what did she say? She was like, it was something about a card, and she was like, yeah, I'm poor. My family was poor, and she was an older lady. She's like, and I'll just always be poor. That's, that's where we come from. That, and I was just like, in my head, I didn't say nothing, but I was just like, that's not a way to think of yourself. Like, don't think of yourself in your story like that. Like, no, that, and then I mean, the daughter or granddaughter or niece or whoever was maybe like in her 30s or like so like or 20s. So I just hope that she didn't take that like story from her, like elderly family figure as like a real thing, and I hope she doesn't think like that, because like, guys, you can't think like that, because then you're going to do like that and you're going to constantly have that logic. But then if you say, you know what, my story is not like, I'm not someone who inherited a lot of money, or I'm not someone who has had riches, but let's figure out what I can do to get out of my situation, or what I can do to try to make it better, or what I can do to start earning more, or what, just your brain switch it from I can't or I'll always be like this to how can I be like this? How can I get there? That's the end of this video because I said a lot. Bottom line, watch how you talk to yourself and just change the way you speak about yourself and others too, but that's a whole nother video. Yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I really love putting out these videos for you guys. I love when I get comments and people saying they can relate and stuff like that. Stay on the lookout for my acting, singing, performing journey, because honey, we're in this together, okay? You're seeing this journey. You're seeing this journey. So yeah. Thank you guys so much. I love y'all. And bye.